The field where the pigs march. Everyone in Rookridge knows not to go past the old slaughter fields. They're not on any map anymore. The fences were torn down, the road signs removed, and the town pretends the land simply ends there. Corn grows in perfect rows now, tall and pale, always whispering even when there's no wind. But sometimes at night people hear boots. Not footsteps, boots. Heavy, in rhythm, hundreds of them. My brother Caleb was the first one I knew who went missing out there. They said he'd gone hiking. They always say that. But Caleb hated hiking. He hated dirt, hated bugs, hated the smell of farms. 3 days after he vanished, our dog came back alone. The dog's fur was stiff with dried blood, and inside his mouth, jammed sideways between his teeth, was a human finger. I recognized the ring. I went looking for him myself. The field starts where the trees stop. The corn there is wrong, too tall, too thick, and the stalks feel warm, like skin that's been in the sun too long. After an hour of walking, I found the first thing, a helmet. Military, old style, rusted. The inside was lined with something dark and flaky. Then I smelled it. Not rot, not death. Slaughter. Like a butcher shop that's been closed for decades but never cleaned. That's when I heard the marching. Thump, thump, thump. Perfectly synchronized. I pushed through the corn and saw them. They were soldiers. At least, they wore soldier uniforms. Torn, stitched back together with wire and twine. Their boots were swollen with something wet inside, and their heads, pig heads, not masks. Not helmets. Real pig skulls, still with patches of hair and meat clinging to them. Some were split. Some were stitched. Some had human eyes shoved into the sockets, blinking and rolling in panic. They carried rifles, but the rifles were made from bone and wood and something that looked suspiciously like fused fingers. And they were marching in a wide circle around something in the middle of the field. A pit. A slaughter pit. Inside the pit were people. Or what used to be people. Some were missing arms. Some had their legs replaced with other people's legs. Some were still alive and trying to climb, screaming without tongues. And standing over them was the colonel. He was taller than the others. His pig head was massive, bloated, split down one side so you could see a human jaw moving inside it, still trying to speak. He held a clipboard made of skin. And he was organizing them. Too many legs, he gurgled. Not enough torsos. Fix it. The pig soldiers climbed into the pit. They didn't stab, they pulled. I watched one of them grab a living man by the shoulders and tear him in half down the middle, slowly, like ripping wet cloth. Another one took a woman's head and pressed it onto a different body, then began sewing it there while she was still blinking. They were building something. I backed away. Stepped on a helmet. It rang like a bell. Every pig head snapped toward me at once, hundreds of eyes, some human, some animal. Some stitched in upside down. The colonel raised his hand. "Recruit," he said. They charged. I ran until my lungs burned and my vision tunneled. They were faster than they looked. One tackled me, and when I rolled it off, I saw under its pig skull my brother's face, stretched. Nailed in place, still alive. "Don't let them finish me," he begged. Then another one brought a shovel down on his head and ended him like you'd kill a sick animal. They dragged me anyway. I woke up in the pit, surrounded by moaning parts, hands crawling, heads whispering. The colonel knelt beside me and examined my body. "Good spine," he said. "We'll keep that. They didn't knock me out." "They don't. They sawed my legs off first." Then someone else's legs were screwed onto me. They didn't fit. I could feel everything. They opened my chest and started deciding which organs to keep. I remember screaming until my throat came loose. I don't know how I escaped. I only know I woke up in the hospital 3 days later. They said I was found on the road, naked, covered in scars and stitches, missing parts, with parts that weren't mine. The police searched the field. They found nothing. No pit, no corn, just empty dirt. But sometimes at night, when everything is quiet, I hear it again. Thump, 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 and I feel something inside my body that doesn't belong to me. Standing to attention.